Welcome to Key Conversations, a Making It in the Music Business podcast. My goal for this podcast is to help you learn from these conversations with both experts and working musicians and serve as a guide to assist your career in the process. I'm your host, Cheryl B. Englehart. Let's get going. So I'm here with a very special person today. This is Paul Bateman, and he is one of my favorite basses that I know. So thanks for doing this with me.
Okay.
So I wanted to have Paul on this podcast because he started out as a voice student of mine when I first moved to this area, and it's turned into we've made some records, haven't we?
Yes.
I wanted to show some.
Four
records. Well, we're in the middle of the fourth one.
No, I think. Let me see. 1, 2.
World War I music.
No,
World War
we did
II music.
World War One. We did World War II.
Yeah.
We did Memories.
Memories, right? I forgot about Memories.
And we did this latest one, the Songs of the 20s.
Oh, the Songs of the 20s, and now we're working on praise songs.
Yeah.
Praise songs. So, how old were you when you recorded your first record?
I must have been 89.
89.
89, right.
So give me like 3 highlights in your life that got you to doing the first record at 89. Because clearly you didn't do music a ton earlier, but a little bit.
All my life I sang, but I never sang. I sang a chorus, and for years and years and years I did no singing except in the bar.
Yeah.
And I was a history teacher, so I was very interested in teaching people here some memories of World War I. And I came up with the idea of finding unknown songs of World War I, and I put on a performance here at Woodland Pond. And of course, Cheryl was my teacher at the time, so we decided, well, why don't we put it on a recording? Mm-hmm. So we made a recording and passed it out to my friends, family. And I got it into a movement. So the next show I did was World War II, Forgotten Songs, and I got into that, and we made another recording.
Yeah.
And the third recording, I said, well, I'm getting too old to sing anymore, so I decided to make one called Memories, which took songs that I had done in the past, from, all the way from high school up until, actually working with Cheryl.
Because I do recitals maybe once or twice a year with my small group of students. Yeah. And you actually found me on the internet.
That's true.
Because you needed a teacher to help tell
Right.
tell me
I'd never taken a music lesson in my life. I never took a vocal lesson in my life. Well, I grew up in a very small town in a very poor family, and no one was into music in my sort of classification. So the only thing I did is sing in high school chorus and a couple of high school plays.
Yeah. So then you moved to Woodland Ponds and you joined the choir here because it's a community here.
Yeah. Well, before I moved to Woodland Pond, I was in a choral group over in Poughkeepsie called the Golden Age Singers, probably for about 10 years. And we did performances at nursing homes and places for the aged, and we did some harmony, but we all learned it by ear. Mm-hmm. And then when I broke my leg or my hip, and I couldn't go anymore, so when I moved into Woodland Pond, I decided I'd take a lesson to just see what it was like. Mm-hmm. And so I found Cheryl, and we've had a good relationship ever since.
5 years later.
A lot of fun.
Yep. And you've also become a really great fan of mine. You're on my mailing list.
Oh, yes.
You've supported
and
my records.
It's not my style of music, but I've learned to listen to it and enjoy some of it.
So that's a good fan right there, where he's a fan of me and he puts up with my music. You gotta love that.
Okay, well, that's one way to put it.
Yeah, kind of, right?
Kind of, yeah.
I did come in once when I knocked on the door and you were playing my most recent record.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if you just staged that.
No, I didn't even stage it.
Okay. So you also perform, right? And you perform obviously with the groups we've been talking about, but solo as a soloist now. Is that a new thing, or did you always perform as a soloist in those other choral groups?
Oh no, rarely as a soloist.
Yeah.
Once in a while.
So my recitals kind of got you there, because all these records they're you as a soloist.
Yes.
We picked bass friendly songs. We've been we changed keys if the piece was more for a tenor. We really make it work for a bass voice.
Right.
Yeah, and you're
we did
you're
some
the
clever
soloist.
engineering on songs in the 1920s too. We won't talk about that.
The engineering that we do.
Yes.
We do a little layering, a little tuning. It's all good. So if you were to tell someone who's in their 50s or 60s and thinks they're too old to do something they love with creatively, what would you tell them?
With modern technology, it makes everything so much easier.
It does.
If you get a note bad, you can go back and scratch it off and go over it and record over it, and you can do it. You can do it. Even if you don't think you're great, you find out you can do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Paul sends me playlists on YouTube of songs that he wants to be singing, and you're pretty good with your iPad. I think better that you got the fancy pen, and you're shooting me things from the iPad, making playlists. And...
Yeah, without an iPad, I don't think I could operate.
It's definitely been helpful for me in making records with you, the lists and everything. So you would tell people use the technology to their advantage.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And do you have any kind of you're never too old cliche things in that realm? Because clearly you're not.
Yeah, well, even here there are a number of old people who say to me, "Well, I can sing, but I can't read music." Mm-hmm. I would say, "Well, come to the choral group, because a lot of us can't read music, and I barely can read it myself."
It's been 5 years. You can read music now.
I couldn't read a note when I started with Cheryl, and now I've at least got some idea how it goes up and down and so forth.
Yep.
And
great.
So some of them come and some of them stay.
Yeah, that's it. Notes.
And they're all old. We're talking about 80s, 70s, 80s. Not too many 90s around.
You're the only one.
Yes.
And
we used to have a guy 100, but he finally gave up. He couldn't do it anymore.
The choir or life?
In the choir.
Okay, good.
No, he's still living.
Great.
Right.
Yep. Okay. So you're even encouraging people around here to join.
Yes.
You walk around this place, and if you walk around with Paul, you are one of the cool kids. That's for sure.
Right.
Yep. You got your.
They hear me singing coming down the hall.
Yeah, because you sing everywhere.
I sing everywhere.
Mm-hmm. That's great. So if at the end of this podcast I can play one of your songs, do you have a favorite that you've recorded?
I like Memories.
Memories.
Yes.
Okay, so we will play Memory. Why do you like that song? The one from Cats, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, the other one.
The older one.
There's two that are called Memories. Okay,
Yes,
good to know. So I'll
I
pick
got
the other
old
one.
one from the 20s.
Gotcha. Because you've done both.
Yes, I've done
Memory
the one from Cats
and Memories.
Yeah, well,
right.
You could play them both. Play one Memories and then the other Memories.
I will see how much time I have.
Yeah,
on
well, you
this.
may not have much time.
So what is it about this 20s version of Memories that you like?
What's it?
Like why
I
is
just
that
like the sentiment and the tune both.
You sing the chorus off the top of your head?
Yeah. Memories, memory, dreams of love so true. O'er the sea of memory I am drifting back to you. Childhood days, wildwood days among the birds and bees. You left me alone, but still you're my own in my beautiful memories. More or less.
More or
But
less.
with work on, you see, with the work on a computer, you can fix it, make it sound better.
I don't need to edit a lot with you. You've also gotten really good with using your falsetto, which is something a lot of basses don't do. And you were like, "Yeah, let's work on this and
Right.
be able
do
to."
a lot of work on that. Switching to soft falsetto is not easy.
It's not, especially when you come from so low most of the times. But every once in a while, you'll get a piece that we either need to change the.
Memories, dreams of love so true. O'er the sea of memory I am drifting back to you. Childhood days, wildwood days, among the birds and bees, you left me alone. Still you're my own in my beautiful memories. There I switched between the two.
Yeah, you did really, really well. I think that was the best I've ever heard you switch between your chest voice and your falsetto. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, so beautiful. Yeah. All right. I'm trying to think if I have any other burning questions for you, but, you know, music sounds like it was a release, a little bit of a hobby in high school.
Yes.
And
all my life I've been singing.
And when you were a history teacher, that was your career in the Bronx, right?
No, in Queens.
Queens, sorry. Did you do any music during that? Involved at all in any school things? Or?
No, I did one performance, and I can't even remember the name of it, for the show there, but I can't remember the name.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, not much.
Little hiatus while you were doing the whole changing kids' lives.
The only one I was singing during all those years would go to Bill's K90s in Manhattan and sing the bar.
Was it like a karaoke bar?
No, it wasn't really. You had performers, but you could sing along with them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. K90s stuff, 1890s, 1900, 1910. That was the theme of the place.
I love that.
It's gone. I think it's no longer there.
So, if people wanted to hear more of your singing, do you put things up on YouTube, or is it...
No, I've done nothing with that.
Okay, we might have to work on that. So they can hear it I'll play this one song at the end maybe 2 songs at the end of the podcast here.
All right.
So any other advice you would give young musicians wanting to make records?
Well, stay with it. Stay with it. Don't give up. You can make it.
Especially if you got someone like Paul in your pocket. Thank you for doing this.
You're welcome. It was fun. Round me at twilight come stealing shadows of days that are gone, dreams of the old day revealing, memories of love's golden dawn, memories, memories, dream of love so true. O'er the sea of memory, I'm drifting back to you. Childhood days, wildwood days, among the birds and bees. You left me alone, but still you're my own in my beautiful memories.
Please don't forget to rate, like, and subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and YouTube if you like this podcast. Musicians like you keep me inspired and motivated, and for doing that, I'm offering you my Mastering Email 12-page workbook. It's packed with valuable exercises and information to get clear on implementing and mastering your email list strategy. This will help you figure out the best kind of platform for your specific goals, including a 7-step process to build, grow, engage, and monetize your list, all while feeling authentic and on brand with your music. Get your Mastering Email workbook at inthekey.co/mastering-email. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time on Key Conversations. The theme song on this podcast was provided by yours truly. If you're interested to find out more about my composing and songwriting projects, go to inthekey.co/Cheryl. If you're a musician looking to get some real results for your music career, then head to inthekey.co/results, where I've created a bunch of different kinds of resources just for you. Key Conversations is sponsored in part by Bandzoogle. They make it easy to build a beautiful website for your music. Their step-by-step system gets you online in minutes, and you can choose from hundreds of mobile-friendly themes and customize them with their point-and-click editor. All of the features you can imagine for a possible website are built in. So, because you're a Key Conversations podcast listener, you get a special month free trial plus 15% off if you do decide to sign up, just for you. Go to inthekey.co/make-a-site to get the offer.
Can't